Hello students, I hope you and your family are well. Stay healthy, don't go out for your health and for others. Please take care of yourself. Today, our new unit is about quantifiers. We're going to study quantifiers. I'm sure you're going to learn it very well if you be very careful while listening and following me. Let's begin. Ready? Good. What is a quantifier? We use quantifiers to talk about the amount of something. Let's learn the following quantifiers. The first two quantifiers are A and N. You have already known this as articles, but today, in this unit, we're going to learn A and N as quantifier. Quantifier is to talk about a nouns, for example, a fruits, a drinks, a person's, or others, quantity, like the numbers 1, 2, 3, 2 apples, 3 men, an onion, 5 cats, a lot of sugar, some water. These are amounts of things. And A and N are used for singular and countable nouns. Look at our first example, apple. This is just one apple. One means singular. And for singular nouns like apple, like man, like onion or sandwich, we use A or N. These are also countable. We can count them like 1 apple, 2 apple, 3 men, 4 onions, 5 sandwiches. Counting means countable nouns. An apple, 1 apple. A man means 1 man. A sandwich means 1 sandwich. An onion means 1 onion. An means singular. Now let's talk about sum. I'm sure you know the meaning of sum, but let's learn it in details now. Sum is another quantifier. We can use sum for both countable and uncountable nouns. What does this mean? I said what is countable. You can count 1 through 3. And uncountable means you cannot count, like soup. We cannot say a soup because soup is uncountable. Salt. We cannot say a salt because salt is uncountable. Rice is uncountable. Bread is uncountable. Look at the examples. Apple is countable, and when we use it with some quantifier, we use it plural. Some apples, because some means plural for countable nouns, like some onions. Onion is also countable, and we make it plural. But salt is uncountable. So when we use it with some, we can't say some salts. We must say some salt. Like some soup, some rice, some bread. In Turkish, bread is countable. You can think, why? We can count bread. In Turkish, we can say bir ekmek, but in English, we can't say bir ekmek. We can't say a bread. It's uncountable. We must say some bread, a lot of bread, a little bread, or a loaf of bread. but not a bread. Another quantifier, any. I'm sure you know the meaning of any. Any means no. And here, any is used for both countable and uncountable nouns also. Any can be used for singular and for plural nouns. And any is used in two different sentence forms. We can use any in negative sentences and we can use any in questions. How? We use negative sentences with any, like, has he got any money in the wallet? Oh no, he hasn't got any money in the wallet. He hasn't got any money in the wallet. Means he has no money. In the question form, when we ask any money, for example, has he got any money? Or look at this picture. It's the picture of a class. Let's ask, are there any students in the class? Are there any students in the class? This is a question. And we can answer like, no, there aren't any students in the class. No, there aren't any students in the class. So, summary, we use any in negative sentences and in questions. A lot of means much or many. Not just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but a lot of, many. For example, a lot of bread. Bread is uncountable. So, when we use bread with a lot of quantifier, we use it singular, not plural. Not a lot of breads, but a lot of bread. Juice is also uncountable because it's a kind of liquid. Liquids are uncountable in English. What are some liquids? For example, water, milk, Coke, ayran, soda, tea, coffee. These are all liquids, drinkable or not drinkable. Liquids are all uncountable. And juice is uncountable. So when we use it with a lot of, we use it singular. A lot of juice, not juices. A lot of juice. This is correct. But with the countable nouns like child, a child, or a lot of children, with the countable nouns, we use nouns with a lot of plural because it's countable and it's used plural with a lot of. Onion also countable and we use it plural with a lot of. A little. A little is a bit different from the other quantifiers. But how? Let's read the title first. A little is used for singular uncountable nouns. Be careful. Uncountable, but not countable nouns. We cannot use it for countable nouns. We are going to use it just for singular uncountable nouns. Like in the example, look, there's glass and juice in it. We say a little juice. Not a lot of juice, but a little juice. Not much juice. A little juice. Juice is uncountable and it's singular. Meat, again, it's uncountable. We say a little meat, not much meat, a little. Money is also uncountable. You may think that money, we can count money, 1 money, 2 money, 3 money. Have you ever heard this? No, not of course. We cannot count money, but we can count 1 lira, $5, 100 euros, but not money. Okay? So, money word as a noun is uncountable. So we use it singular with a little. Cheese is also uncountable, and we say a little cheese in singular way. I said a little cannot be used with countable nouns. But why? Let's remember some countable nouns. For example, chair. When we say a little chair, a little here means small. It means small and it's not a quantifier anymore. The meaning changes with countable nouns. Or when I say a little child, I mean a small child. I don't mean the number of the child or the chair. So the meaning changes when we use a little with countable nouns. Then we cannot use a little with countable nouns as a quantifier. Let's make a summary now. What are countable and uncountable nouns? Countable nouns are for things we can count using numbers. 1 bed, 2 apples, 3 cats, a lot of children, 5 books, counting, 1, 2, 3, counting. And uncountable nouns are substances, concepts, etc. that we cannot divide into separate elements. Think about water, please. Water consists of hydrogen and oxygen. True? But can we separate hydrogen and oxygen from water? Of course not. We can't. It cannot be separated into elements. So, water is uncountable. Like salt. Salt consists of very tiny, very small pieces. We cannot separate or we cannot count each piece. 1 salt, 2 salt, 3 salt. That's impossible. So, salt is uncountable. Now look at the nouns below. We have got dog and orange. A dog is countable. We can say a dog, or we can say 2 dogs, a lot of dogs, some dogs. Also, orange is countable, and we can say an orange means 1 orange, 1 dog. Or we can say an orange, a lot of oranges, 2 oranges, a basket of oranges, because they are countable. But sugar is uncountable. We cannot count sugar 1 by 1. They are too small. 1 sugar, 2 sugar, 3 sugar in pieces, that's impossible. We cannot count it. So, we cannot say a sugar. It's wrong. We can say some sugar We can say a lot of sugar. We can say a little sugar, or a box of sugar, a bowl of sugar, maybe. Here we have got two tables. You can see some of the countable and uncountable nouns here. And on this page, please look at this word, non-countable. Non-countable is not something different. It means uncountable, okay? Non-countable and uncountable are same. So we can use both. Non-countable nouns, look here please, singular only. Be careful, singular only. You cannot use, never ever use plural in positive sentences, in negative sentences, or questions. No matter what kind of sentence it is, but don't make singular, don't make uncountable nouns plural. Just singular. Cherry juices? No, definitely not. We must say just cherry juice. Ices? Never ices. You cannot say ices. Just ice. Knowledge? It's uncountable. You cannot say knowledges. You must say knowledge. Or a little cherry juice, still singular. A lot of cherry juice, still singular. Some ice, still singular. Okay, a box of ice, still singular. A lot of knowledge, singular. Never ever, plural. But countable nouns can be singular or plural. Both can be used. You can say an orange, or you can say 2 oranges, full of oranges, or a basket of oranges. Hamburger, a hamburger, or many, a lot of hamburgers. An elephant, or 2 elephants maybe. Eggs, an egg, or eggs, a lot of eggs, some eggs. Banana, a banana, bananas. Olive is also countable. Look, you can say an olive, or some olives, 2 olives, 5 olives. It's countable. Fries, French fries, potatoes. You can count it. Fries. Some fries, a lot of fries. Burger, a burger, 2 burgers. Hot dog, hot dogs. Apple, apples. Carrot, carrots. Tomato, tomatoes. Watermelon, watermelons. And these on this side are uncountables. Milk is a liquid, I said, like water, like juice, tea, coffee. They are all liquids, and we cannot use liquids like countables. They are uncountables. Flour, we make cake, we make bread from flour, and it's also uncountable. Salt, uncountable. Sugar, jam, meat is uncountable. But when we say chicken, we say a chicken, it's countable. When we say a fish, fish is countable. A fish, 2 fish, a lot of fish. Rice, uncountable. Honey, uncountable. Tea, uncountable. And cheese also is uncountable. Before we do some exercises, I'm sure you're tired a bit, but be patient, and we are almost at the end. Try to understand better, because we're going to do exercise Look at these examples. Here, in this first picture, we have got coffee. Can we say a coffee? No, definitely not. We cannot say a coffee because coffee is a liquid and liquids are not countable. So we cannot say a coffee, but we can say a cup of coffee, or like in the example, there is a lot of coffee in the cup. Or we can say there is some coffee in the cup. There is a little coffee in the cup, but not there is a coffee in the cup. He still hasn't got any money. I will lend him some. Okay, look, empty wallet. He hasn't got any money in his wallet. Negative sentence, we use any. This is a question sentence, and this is soup, lentil soup. And when we make question, we use any. Is there any soup in the bowl? Yes, there is a lot of soup in the bowl. Okay, your turn now. Don't be afraid. These are very easy exercises. I'm sure you can do. You are very clever, wise students. I'm sure you listened very well, so you can do it. Look at the first exercise. Okay, a glass and water. Let's do it. Let's do the first one together. There is some water in the glass. We can say some. Or maybe there is a little water in the glass. Both can be true. Now your turn. You can do it. Come on. Make guesses. I'm listening to your questions here. I'm waiting for your answers here. Okay, the second one. Waiting. Ready to hear the answer? Good. There is a lot of honey in the dish. You did it well. You're right. The third one, olives, black olives. Olive is also countable, remember? Okay, and let's make a guess. Well done. Well done, students. There are a lot of olives in the bowls. The fourth one, bagel. You like bagel? I do. I can eat a bagel every morning. Okay. Yes, you're right. You found the answer. There is a bagel on the plate. Here, look at this word. Look at this noun, bagel. It's singular. So we use a bagel. Maybe if there was a s here, if it was plural like bagels, there are bagels on the plate, then we should say pardon me, there are two bagels on the plate, but this is singular, so we say there is a bagel on the plate. Don't mix up. Okay, the fifth one, do it. Very good. Listen to my answer. There are a lot of grapes in the basket. Grape is also countable. I ate a grape, or I ate a lot of grapes. I ate some grapes. It's countable. Okay, look at the sixth one now. Yes, milk, eggs. Be careful. Uncountable, countable. Yes, there is a lot of milk and there are two eggs. Or maybe you said there is some milk and there are 2 eggs. Both are true. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4 apples. So we can say exactly true. There are some apples. And the last one, pasta. Okay. Yes, there is some pasta on the plate, or you can say there is a lot of pasta on the plate. Pasta, be careful, is uncountable. Okay, we learned the quantifiers well, I think. But now, if you want to ask the quantity, how can we ask? We can ask by using how many or how much questions. Let's have a look at them. How many is the question for countable nouns? And how much is the question for uncountable nouns? Look at the examples. Egg is countable. So if you want to ask the quantity of egg, we must ask with how many? How many eggs? It's always plural. Countable nouns are always plural in how many questions. Don't forget. How many eggs? This is plural, so the question is plural. Are there? How many eggs are there? There are 2 eggs. Look at this question about pancakes. Pancake is countable also. So when we want to ask the quantity of a pancake, we must use how many question and how many pancakes. Cake, be careful, look, it's plural again because countable nouns are asked plural in how many questions, and the question form is also plural. How many pancakes are there? There are some pancakes. Or you can say there are a lot of pancakes. Or you can say there are 5 pancakes. No problem. All can be answers, possible answers. When we make questions with how much, we have to use uncountable nouns with how much. Look, milk is uncountable. So when we ask the quantity of milk, we use how much question. How do we ask? How much milk? This is singular, always with how much. Uncountable nouns are always singular with the questions. And this is singular. This also must be singular. How much milk is there? There is a lot of milk. Or you can say there is some milk. There is a jug of milk. Possible answers. Look at the sugar. Sugar is uncountable also. Look, little, small pieces. We cannot count it. It's uncountable. How much sugar is there? We ask the uncountables with how much. And sugar, uncountable, and we use it singular. And the question form is singular. How much sugar is there? There is some sugar. Or you can say there is a lot of sugar. Or you can say there is a bowl of sugar. We have got more questions and answers here. We learned how much and how many. And let's practice these questions and the answers on these pictures. Look at the first picture. Ooh, snowy day, huh? Okay, look at the first picture. Let's ask the question about the snow's quantity. Snow is uncountable. Rain is uncountable. Hailing is uncountable. Wind is uncountable. Okay? Fog is uncountable. The climate, general, it's uncountable. So we use how much question for these kinds of nouns. How much snow? Snow, it's singular, be careful. And the form is singular. How much snow is there? Ooh, much. There is a lot of snow. It must be cold, huh? Look at the second one. A course class. Okay, there is a teacher and there are students. Let's ask about students' quantity. The number of the students. How many? Because we can count students. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can count. Countable. How many students? Plural and must be plural. The question form must be plural. How many students are there in the class? There are some students. Or you can say the number. There are 2, 6, 8, 10. There are 10 students maybe. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, sorry. There are 8 students in the class. You can say both. Look at this one. Okay, we need these kinds of herbal tea these days. It's healthy and it may help you to keep healthy. Try them. Okay. And this is liquid, so it's uncountable. We must ask with how much? How much herbal tea? It's singular and question form is singular. How much herbal tea is there on the table? On the table. 1 glass? Yes. Or 1 cup? That's all. So we can say there is a little. Or there is a little herbal tea on the table. Or you can say there is a glass of herbal tea on the table. A possible answer. We missed swimming. Seaside, sun, beautiful beach. It's really nice. Okay, dream it. But before, let's make the question first. How many chairs? Chair is countable, so it's plural. How many chairs? It's plural and the question form is plural too. How many chairs are there on the beach? There are 2, or there are 2 chairs on the beach. Okay. I think all of you understood quantifiers very well. I'm sure you listened and followed very well. So, homework time. Sorry, but I have to give you homeworks. But it is easy, don't worry. Here, you're going to fill the gaps with some or any. Nothing else. Some or any. On this page, exercise B. Use how much or how many for these questions. It's easy, huh? And the last part, exercise C, use a, an, a lot of, or a little. Be careful with the usings, please. Be careful with the usings. Okay. I want you to look at this page again. We have got a special using. I'm going to the last page first. Okay, here. There's an explanation here. I've got a blue star. Some special usings. We always use some quantifier with would you like, Would you like some? Would you like some coffee? Would you like to sit? Would you like some pancake? Would you like some fruit? Always with some, not would you like any, okay? Or could I have some? Could I have some coffee, please? Could I have some time, please? Not could I have any, but could I have some? Always. And I would like some. Always. I would like any, never. I would like some. Would you prefer some? Would you like some? Would you prefer some? The same using. I want you to be careful with these usings on this page. If you forget, look at the last page to remember. And also here we have got the answer key, but don't look at the answer key first. Do your homework, then check it from the answer key. It was a nice lesson. It was nice to be with you. See you next time. Bye.